Well, a museum in the sky, but it's grounded right here in London. The first piece is in a collection of jets with a Canadian connection. We're unveiled at the London airport today, and our Jerry Dewan was there.
Thunder over the skies of London as two military jets come in to land at the airport. But these warbirds aren't just visiting, they're here to stay as the first installations in the new Jet Aircraft Museum, what's called a living museum that will take Canadian jets to events across the country.
We're going to try to run this as a tight ship, and have all the pilots qualified. We'll have maintenance people that are qualified to work on them. It's done other places in the United States, and we can do it here.
The T-33 Silver Stars, also known as the T-Bird, were built by Canadair in Montreal and were workhorse trainers for the Canadian Armed Forces for over 50 years. They were retired by the CAF about 7 years ago. 71-year-old Turbo Tarling has more than 7,600 hours in the T-Bird, more than any other person in the world.
All over North America, all over Europe, and even into Asia with the T-Bird down to Puerto Rico and Bermuda. And this airplane has been my life.
Tarling says the T-Bird is a great first addition to the museum. The T-Birds actually flew out of London when the airport was an Air Force base. In fact, one sits on a pedestal in front of the airport as a tribute to that military history.
When the base was wound down, this was the very last aircraft to fly from here. Just delighted to have it here.
The museum has bought 6 T-Birds, with much of the funding coming from the same people who operate the Harvard Association out of Tillsonburg. But the museum is looking for other jets to add to the collection, including Canada's first jet, the Vampire, a Tudor similar to the ones used by the Snowbirds, and even a Sabre.
We have charitable status now to help in the donations. The volunteer work will go a long way to help.
For more information about the museum and about becoming a member or volunteer, you can go to www.jetaircraftmuseum.ca. Jerry Dewan, A News.